You want it? You want my little sketchbook? Well, this is too bad. It's mine. Too slow. Okay, well, I'm done with that now. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. How's everyone doing? I got a retro sketchbook tour for you. This was started July 12th of 2019 and it ended December 12th of 2019. Okay, so that's 5 months? 6 months, depending on how you look at it. So this is my little sketchbook. This was when I was in college and I had just moved, so there's a bunch of stuff in here. So this is, ooh, it's so full. My sketchbooks lately have been like, what's the word? Bland. And so now when I see these, I'm like, ooh, it's so full anyways. So this is Amelia. You're gonna see her a lot because I went to the beach when I was drawing this one, and Amelia is a pirate, and so I was drawing her a ton, and I think there's some Heather's fan art too, if you're interested in that. So there's her, and then we got Ben, and then like colored pencil dude. There's me and my friend Jessie when we thought someone was following us. There's a scary story on that later, but we thought someone was following us, so I drew a picture about it. And then there's Amelia and her twin brother, Matthew. So I also have Arthur in here, which goes to them, but he doesn't look the same anymore. So we just kind of blatantly disregard. And oh my gosh, look at her little details. It's so nice. And that's a little me when I had blonde hair. And then there's Amelia and Arthur, and he's kind of a himbo, and then my friend was like, why does he have a neck beard? So I got rid of his neck beard, and now I'm really sad, because I kind of liked how he looked, but he doesn't have a neck beard anymore. Ooh, and then there's Heather. No, her name is Veronica! Oh, that's so bad. It's been years. Veronica and JD, and it was like, I wish you'd met before they convinced you life is war, and I sing better than that, but I sing bad on purpose, so then people have low expectations, and then when I do sing, they're like, oh, anyways. I don't sing, though, because I'm an artist. That's the personality I have. And then my friend Olivia, she bought me McDonald's, so I drew her. And then there's Jim and Jimmy, my little sock puppets. They're really nice. And then I was doing a bunch of, like, animals I saw when I was on the beach. There was a skunk that was stealing our watermelon, and then a bird that swallowed a stick, and then you could see the stick in its neck, and that was really scary, but it's fine. And then more pirates, because I was at the beach around this time, and I was inspired. I was very inspired. I don't know where I got the water for the watercolor. I don't know where I got it, but I was doing it. This was a really nice lady who, I'm trying to remember. There was a guy, a creep, who was following me and my friend around at the pool. She, like, saw that we were super uncomfortable, and, like, the guy kept, like, asking us if we, like, were doing anything later, and we're, like, 19 years old, and this guy's, like, 30, and she comes up and she's like, are you gonna be messing with my granddaughters? And the guy left, and she wasn't my grandma, but she was really nice, and I drew her because she was really pretty, and I wanted to remember her. And then there's like the candy wrappers, and then I was trying to do facial shapes, but obviously didn't really work super awesome because they all kind of look the same. Like the rectangle and the square are basically the same, and then the circle and the oval are basically the same. Like the triangle's kind of pointed, but not anyways. And then this is my OC Puck. He's from a comic called Cinnamon and Sugar, and I don't know if I'm ever going to work on it because it's not a very happy story. And then this is his service dog, and he's really cute. And then more Puck. His name is Puck with a P, and I'm saying Puck with a P and not the other thing because I know YouTube doesn't want me to swear, and neither do my parents. Hey guys. And so I'm not swearing, I'm saying Puck with a P anyways. And then there's cats. I think I was trying to draw a certain cat and then I messed up, and so I gave him just earrings. And then this is like a little self-portrait. I was feeling edgy that day. And then this is Finnick. He goes along with the other guy whose name rhymes with something you can do in an extracurricular activity. And then this was, okay, I was trying to create beasts and like cryptic people and just like demons and things. And I'm not very good at it. I'm a lot better with like more realistic stuff than I am with creating beasts. And then, okay. This is Death personified. And he's appeared, I think, like one other time in another sketchbook of mine where there's death and there's life, and Death has a really hard job because, you know, he has to go around and guide lost souls to the afterlife, and then Life just gets to create everything, and he's really sad about it. And yeah, it's a very... This is where the sketchbook gets, like, really, really barren as far as art goes. There's a girl, and then these are from some of my friends, and they're really nice. I remember I drew this on my way to my new apartment building. I got kicked out of the place I was staying. Not kicked out, but I had to leave the place I was staying at super early in the morning, but then I had to wait for my apartment complex to open so I could move in, and I was just like sitting at a McDonald's for like 3 hours. And then let's see, this is like an old abandoned building. I think it's 2 different ones that were like really close to my new apartment building, so I was really happy that I got to draw them. This is Mary Tyler Moore. I don't know if anyone has like seen her, but that's what she looks like, kind of. This is just like kind of sketches. A lot of self-portraits. My poor wallet, it's still in that condition if I'm being frankly honest. We got a skater girl. Wait, this skater girl. Oh, it's not that funny. And then, yeah, just like blank sketches. And then, this is Jonah. This is when I first met him. He's a cutie, looky. And then, y'all know if you're an artist and you draw someone, that means you love them. Not really, but that means you at least like them. And then, it's really funny, because as soon as I meet Jonah, my sketchbook gets so colorful. It gets so colorful. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't played around with markers and colored pencils in so long. Let me color. And there's just so much color. There's so many dogs. There's so much color. These dogs kind of look like my dog Popeye. Like, kind of. Not like he's pink or anything, but like, kind of. And then this was my roommate. She gave me a sandwich to draw her, and she turned out so gorgeous. She wanted me to draw her with a snake, because she wanted a pet snake, and I love snakes, so I was really happy to do that. And then I had like a stuffed snake. I had this one and that one, and they were best friends. Well, they weren't best friends, they were dating, and so I drew them dating. And I kind of tried to draw them like how they look, because that one, Adam, he has a little horn on his nose, like the stuffed animal version. And so I just wanted them to look similar. And then there's more fan art of me and Jonah. I guess it's not fan art if I'm them. But yeah, it's just like a lot of like the memories we've had together, and like right when we first started dating. It was nice. And I found this note in an abandoned car, and I took it, and I thought, everything's gonna be alright. And then this was, oh my gosh, do you guys remember when e-boys were super popular? We had to dress up for work for Halloween, and I dressed up as an e-boy because I thought that was funny and topical at the time. And all the freaking old people at work were like, what are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm an e-boy. And they're like, so you didn't dress up? And I'm like, what? No, like, you're just not listening. That's fine. And here's another girl with colored pencils. I think she's super pretty. Sugar Daddy Harry. Alright. And then there's dogs, and I really liked how she turned out. I liked her so much that I didn't, like, do any line art over her, and I don't know, there was something about her that was just, like, so nice that I just decided to, like, leave. This was when it was getting really cold, and this was, like, my first winter, because I grew up in Arizona, and this is my first winter I was going to be experiencing, like, all the way through, and I was not very happy about it. And so as the sketchbook goes on, we can see that I get more and more cold, and I just don't want to be doing anything. And then my friend Caro drew this. Isn't they're so pretty. Caro's so good. Go follow Concept Caro on TikTok. They don't have a YouTube, but I'm trying to convince them. And then here's a girl. This is like right around when I was trying to finish my sketchbook. This is like, if you've been with me from like the TikTok days, y'all have been here for a freaking minute, so you're about to start recognizing a lot of these. These are cats. I was trying to impress my mother-in-law. Oh, at the time it was just my boyfriend's mom, and so I was trying to impress her and draw her cats, and not like she didn't care, but I was just like, look at this, and she was like, oh, nice. And then she like went back to what she was doing, and I'm like, she hates me. So I think they also watch these. So if you're here, I love you. I really wanted to finish the sketchbook, and I started to get really exhausted. So it's just, it's a lot of like, it's a lot of just like really crappy art that I just could not finish. This was a self-portrait, or not a self-portrait. This was my husband tried drawing me, and I think it's really similar to how I look in real life. I'm actually wearing an old man coat, and then this was also right when Tall Girl came out, so she's like,
life is hard. I'm a high school junior wearing size 13 Nikes.
Men's size 13 Nikes.
And I wear really big shoes too. I don't have big feet, I just like big chunky shoes. And then this is ugly, so we're skipping it. This was like the very first TikTok I made that blew up, and like honestly she's kind of ugly. It's not that great, but you know, it's like the very first when I say blow up, I mean like get past like 10 views. And so I was like, oh my gosh, TikTok. And so I started posting a bunch. And then these were bones from a museum I went to. And I remember I went and I had so much fun, and I took a bunch of reference photos. And then I'm not very good at drawing on the go, because like I get really like tired, if that makes sense. I don't know, I don't want to hold my sketchbook, so I like took the pictures and then I went home. And I actually have turned a few of these into, I think I've turned these 4 into t-shirts, like t-shirt designs. And I sold them on my Etsy for a little bit, and it was good. I liked it. It was a very fun date. And then, oh god, okay. And then this was also Caro. I drew them because I love them, and they're really pretty. And I think I could have done better, but at the time, that was as best as I could do, and I was working a really crap job. So I remember I was like sitting, like waiting for work to start, and then I had to go to work, and I was like, ugh, work. And then this guy, this is like one of my most proud pieces. I think he might be Steve from Stranger Things. I just found the reference photo on Pinterest, and he kind of looked like hot Squidward. Or handsome Squidward. And yeah, no, this was like my first piece that I did in colored pencil that I was like obsessed with. I was so happy with how he turned out. And then all I do is make people cry, because, you know, and, you know, self-portraits, but they're ugly, so we're skipping. Let's see if I know these people. This one's probably Leonardo DiCaprio. And then these girls are also just from Pinterest. Something I like to do is if my sketchbook is boring, I get colored pens and then I like sketch things. It's really nice. And that was Caro making fun of me for having bullets in my pencil case. I wonder where those went, because I missed them. I just liked having them. I thought that was cool. And then this is like a desert scape. It's kind of ugly. Do you guys remember when Shaggy memes were popular? And they would like take the Shaggy, I'm trying not to say it in like a fake Minnesotan accent, but they would take the Shaggy and they would like draw over him in their art style and then have like something really silly and like instead of like what he was actually saying. So those were really fun. I remember I was so proud of those. And then, did that age me? Do you guys think I'm super old now? Because I'm not super old. I'm just a little old. And then this was when I was going to a ramen place, and it was really good. Miso ramen. And then I was I was just done with this sketchbook. There's like a couple of things. There's like a little comic where I'm like on the bus, and I'm getting on the bus, and it's like vroom vroom, and I pay my little monies, and it goes clink clink, and I'm like going, and I sit, and there's a lady staring at me. This actually happened in real life, by the way, I should mention. And then I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then she just goes, I need your phone. And it's right there. And I go, I don't have one. And then I hide it, because she kind of scared me a little bit. And then, this is for a really good cookie recipe. It's a really good cookie recipe. So if anyone wants a good cookie recipe, this is it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. And then here's a bunch of like prints I made. I used to make a bunch of like postcards. I used to send postcards like every single week to my friends. And I just like fell out of the habit. It was kind of like collectible cards. And so, oh yeah, there's that one. That one got a friend really mad, and now we're not friends anymore, which, you know, whatever. And yeah, this is my sketchbook. Oh wait, let me show you the back. I'm sure it's all nice and decorated too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this Lion King sticker is so worn out. But yeah, that is my sketchbook from 2019. Thank you for watching my sketchbook tour. I really appreciate your faces. And come back for another one. This sketchbook, slowly but surely getting finished. There's just so much. There's so many pages, and I made the frickin' thing. Anyways, goodbye. I hope you do good in school. Yeah.